Coming up, live coverage of this Tuesday night NBA game here on 2K Sports. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Here we go. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Count it, 1 for 1 to start the game.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move, like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Pass to Courtney. They set a pick. And he makes it on the layup.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Here's Ntilikina. Fournier for three. It's not going to go for him. About a minute into this first quarter. Pass to Dozier. Here's Poirier. And there's the turnover. Pass goes out of bounds.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Here's Fournier. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. And he gets that one.
That was a prayer. All luck getting that one to go.
Pass to Poirier. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Dozier. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game.
With two hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Here's Ntilikina, and it's all from three-point range.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Pass to Poirier. Here's Courtney. They set the pick. Shot clock at 5. Drops in the three.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Ntilikina. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Here's Smits. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Down low. Ball stolen. Fournier for three. Hits the trifecta. Fournier's got 5 now.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
And that's 2 awful trips in a row resulting in turnovers. One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And they pick up 2. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. To the inside. To the right side. Right wing. Here's Smits. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Here's Ntilikina. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. Here's Courtney. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. Counted. Courtney's got his second basket of the game.
What a start. 5 for 5 from the floor, executing the game plan to perfection at this point.
To the paint. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Pass to Smits. Oh, sweet move. And he sinks the layup.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Here's Ntilikina. Lets the three fly. No good on the shot. Here's Courtney. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
And the visitors call time here. Here's Ntilikina. He's scoreless. Pass to Papanikolaou. Here's Vezenkov. Fires, top of the key. Yep, that one goes.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Larkin. Five on the clock. He takes it in. That one no good. Here's Ntilikina. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Pass to Courtney. A minute 50 left in the first quarter here. Tipped. Ooh, stolen by Fournier. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
A minute 9 left in the first. Just 5 to shoot. Larkin. Fournier with a rebound. Pass to Papanikolaou. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Fournier for 3. Can't get it to go. His second miss in 6 tries. Here's Courtney. 6 points for him. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Courtney's got 8 points.
Well, you can't fault the defense. The guy made a difficult shot.
Pass to Hall. Here's Ntilikina. The 3 ball. We're at the end of 1 in a close game so far. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
You know, they've been relentless in how they attack the paint.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Morris deciding where to go with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Inside. Zinkov. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Vazenkov's got his first points of the night. Here's Larkin. Still without a bucket. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one's on Monte Morris. That free throw misses. In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, you know, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better.
Now here's Morris. And he drives in. Lloyd pulls it in. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Pass to Swider. And there's a pick. 6 on the shot clock. That one falls.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. The visitors with the ball. To the middle. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Larkin. No points yet. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Here's Dorsey. Offline with a 3. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Over to the left wing. Here's Larkin. The 3 is up. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, we see this more and more. Big guys who can really shoot it from deep.
And it's Morris penetrating. The layup misses. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Here's Lloyd. They set the screen. On the take. Pass to Larkin. Goes up at the elbow. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest. Well, that's a smart pass in close quarters.
Here's Larkin. Going inside. Pass to Lloyd. Here's Papagiannis. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Here's Dorsey. Sends it home from three-point land. Dorsey's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Here's Larkin. Can't cash it in from close range. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Morris outside. Drains the triple. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
To halt the run. Pass to Courtney.
And that's 2 fouls for him so far. But I still think he needs to stay aggressive.
Here's Courtney. Give him 8 points now. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Morris outside. Pass to Jones. Back to Morris. Fires for 3. No luck on that one.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And he makes a first. Second free throw, no good.
Well, they tied it up, but that was a good chance to pull in front.
Inside. And the dunk by Jones.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Driving to the basket. Pass to Smits. Got a piece of it. 6 to shoot. Here's Courtney. The layup off target.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Here's Ntilikina. And that one's good. Pass to Courtney. Here's the 3. And it's Dorsey with the rebound. A minute 58 left in the second period. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game. Here's Poirier. Defended by Jones. Out to the right wing. Courtney. Knocks down the long J. Courtney's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Pass to Peters. Shoots it from the high post. And it's Dozier with the rebound.
So do you sit him with 3 fouls? Big decision for his coach here.
And that one misses.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
And he's good on the second. A minute 6 left in the first half. Here's Ntilikina. Here's Dorsey. Counted from distance. Dorsey's got 8 points.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Pass to Smits. From the arc. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now Jones. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't make sense given the situation.
17 seconds left in the second quarter. To the wing on the left. Papanikolaou, that's good. Here's Courtney. 2 on the clock. That shot off the mark. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Up 5. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Pass to Dorsey. Can't get it to drop.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Here's Dozier. And a two-handed jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that. Well, that's the look you're hoping to get every time up the floor. Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Here's Dorsey. Poirier with the rebound. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Here's Courtney. He's got 14. 5 to shoot. And the basket by Poirier.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
The ball's knocked loose. And they're running. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
And the visitors call time here. Here's Ntilikina. There's a screen. Up and in on the layup. Ntilikina's got 6.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
There's the drive. Out to the wing. Here's Vezenkov. 5 points in the game. Pass to Fournier. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. 3 on the clock. Can't get it to fall. It's a close game here in LA. Fournier with a rebound.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
And now we've got an intentional foul. Here's Ntilikina. He has 6. Pass to Vezenkov. Over to the wing. Just 5 on the clock.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
To the inside. Here's Poirier. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Here's Courtney. 14 points for him. Pass to Poirier. Uses the glass on the layup. Poirier's got 6 here in the quarter.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
The home team calls timeout.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
The home team on D. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Morris can't hit. After having trailed for a while, they could retake the lead.
Nice effort to battle back and put themselves in this position.
Larkin no good.
Well, that's part of his role. With great size, they rely on him to help control the boards.
Outside Fournier. To the paint. Shot clock at 6. Here's Swider. Out to the right wing. For the lead. With the drive. And he takes it up and lays it in. Larkin's gotten his second bucket of the game. Morris outside. From behind the arc. The rebound by Swider. Pass to Larkin. Here he goes. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Morris. Second shot opportunity. Here's Vezinkov. Here's the pick. Tries yet again. And he hits the jumper for 2. Vezinkov's got 7 points in the game. Here's Larkin. Down low. Lloyd can't get it to go. 1:56 left in the third quarter. Here's Vezinkov. He has 7. Pass to Fournier. Fires in the triple. 12 points for him.
Well, that's a breakdown defensively. Can't afford to give him those kind of looks.
.125 left to play in the third. He drops it from range. Lloyd's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Larkin. Pass to Lloyd. To the wing, right side. Here's Larkin. Drives to the hoop. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. 41 seconds left to play in the third quarter. And it's Morris penetrating. Misses from short range.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Takes it inside. Ooh, Morris with a steal. In transition, here they come. Outside Fournier. Launches a 3. Nails it from 3. Fournier's got 15. Here's Lloyd. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And we've reached the end of the third. Leading. Three tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. So it's the home team now. Here's Lee. To the middle. Intercepted. Here we go. Fournier for 3. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Here's Lloyd. Driving inside. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
The first free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Now here's Morris. Pass to Dorsey.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Lee into the lane. This one for three. Swider's shot is off. And here's Morris.
Man, the defender really went after him.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. And there's the drive. Pass to Smits. 5 on the clock. It's deflected. Here's Dorsey. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. There's the triple. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
To the inside. Goes back up. Pass to Dozier. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That one's off. And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range.
To the paint. Smith. And miss after miss right now.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Pass to Vezenkov. 4-3. Counted. And it's Morris with the assist.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
First one falls. And so he hits both. Here's Morris. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Dorsey. He buries it from 3.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
To the right side. Jacks up a 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Pass to Dozier. The 3. The rebound by Hall.
The defender doesn't overdo it and risk a foul, but he definitely impacts the release.
Hall. Here's Dorsey. No good from the wing. Here's Smits. Can't hit from in close. Here's Dorsey. Nice move. Oh, that's his 8th make of the game. He's only missed 4 so far.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Here's Dozier. Into the lane. Blocked. And they get it back. The 3 ball is down.
I mean, he's doing all he can. He needs help out there.
Here's Dorsey. They set the pick. Outside Fournier. From about 16. And he nails it.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Here's Dorsey. Oh, the shot is off.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with him after that shot.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
It's stolen away. On the wing, Fournier. And for the better part of a decade now, the league allowing players to wear any sneaker color. It's catching on, Stan. What color are those you're wearing? Is that lime green?
Well, Brian, you know I've always been known for my fashion sense. I'm something of an icon, and when I come on camera, people are watching because they want to know what the next fashion trend is. So yes, tonight these are lime green. Tomorrow, we'll just have to see.
Out to the right wing. Here's Courtney. Three-pointer. Inside. Deflected. Here's Dorsey. Fires the 3. No luck on that one. When you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah, B.A., playing loose can help you and hurt you. They really need to tighten it up.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock at 5. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time. And so the road team gets the W in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game.